Assalamu alaikum everybody. In this lesson, inshallah, we'll talk about angles and especially about the unit angle like the shown on here. This angle, which is so small, is going to be named as a unit angle, which measures 1 degree. So this one is going to be a unit angle, which measures, as I said to you, it's 1 degree. So what is the measure of this angle? We can say this angle as 1 degree because it's going to be named as a unit angle. So what is the measure of the unit angle? It's only 1 degree. Okay, so what about the right angle, guys? Of course, you know that the right angle looks like a square corner, which is like that one. What is the measure of that right angle? How can you get the measure of this right angle? I need you to know that in that right angle there are 90 unit angles like this red angle. So we can draw in the right angle how many unit angles? We can draw 90 unit angles. So the measure of the right angle is gonna be 90 degrees. Of course, this angle is gonna be right. And again, what is the measure of the right angle? Means how many unit angles can be drawn inside the right angle. Of course, there are 90 unit angles can be drawn inside the right angle. So the measure of the right angle is going to be 90 degrees. How to write 90 degrees, guys? Only by writing 90 as normal and put small circle up. Small circle up of 90. This small circle means degrees. So what is the measure of the right angle again? It's going to be 90 degrees. What about the circle, guys? How many unit angles can be drawn inside the circle? There are many unit angles can be drawn inside the circle, which is gonna be 360 unit angles. So there are 360 unit angles can be drawn inside the circle. So the measure of the circle is gonna be 360 degrees. So, as I said to you, we have to know firstly what is the unit angle, which is so small, like which is shown here, and for the right angle, how many unit angles can be drawn inside the right angle, or by another way, how many degrees, or what is the measure of the right angle. Of course, it's going to be 90 degrees, and for the circle, it's going to be 360 degrees. So you have to memorize those. So the first rule is the measure of the circle, which is 360 degrees. What is this degrees? Of course, for the small circle above 360, the small circle above 360 is going to be degrees. So the measure of the circle is going to be 360 degrees. And the second rule, the measure of the right angle, which is going to be 90 degrees. Okay? Of course, guys, you have to memorize those rules. Okay, because those are so important here in that lesson. If I said, for example, find the measure of an angle that turns through 2/5 of a circle. This angle takes a part of a circle, of course, takes a part from the circle. How to find the measure of this angle? Let's care for the last part of the question, which is 2/5 of a circle. Of course, this angle takes a part from the circle, okay? But I want you to know that of here, guys, means multiply. This one is this angle is taking a part from the circle, which is 2/5 from the circle. So what do you have to do here? How to find the measure of this angle, how to find how many unit angles can be drawn inside this angle, which is shown here, by following this way. Firstly, he said 2/5 or 2/5 of the circle. Firstly, what is the measure of the circle? Of course, as you know, the measure of the circle is 360 degrees. Okay, so I want to find now 2/5 or 2/5 of 360. How can you find 2/5 of 360? As I said to you, of here is a keyword for multiplying. So you are gonna multiply 2/5, which is 2/5 by 360. But why did I multiply here by 360? Because he wants to take a part from the circle, and the measure of the circle, as I said to you, it's 360. So 2/5 times 360. Now, how to multiply a fraction by a whole number, like which, yes, like what did you take before? I think in topic 10, yes. Okay, how to multiply a whole number by a fraction? As I said, you only multiply the numerators over the same denominator. So what are you gonna do here? Just multiply 2 by 360. Multiply only the numerator, which is 2, by the whole number, which is 360, over the same denominator 5. So keep 5 as it is down and only multiply the numerators, only multiply the upper numbers. Okay, of course you know how to multiply 2 by 360. Okay, if someone can do it mentally, of course, okay, no problem, let's do it. If you cannot do it mentally, what are you gonna do? Let's use algorithm, which is a vertical way. Put only 360 up and put 2 down and multiply 2 by 0, then 2 by 6, then 2 by 3, as usual, of course. So 2 times 360 is going to be 720 over the same denominator 5. After that, what is the last step here? Yes, you have to divide. Divide 720 by 5. Of course, I think that some of you only can do it mentally, but if you can't do it mentally, we can use long division. So firstly, guys, practice more for long division, and remember what did I say to you, how to divide using long division easily. Then divide 720 by 5. Of course, using long division or mentally, the answer is gonna be 144. So the measure of the shown angle here will be how many degrees? Will be 144 degrees. One more example. If I say find the measure of an angle that turns through 3/8 of the circle. As I said, what is the measure of the circle? It's 360 degrees. So now I want to find 3/8 of 360. How to find it? As I said to you also, which is 3 over 8 times 360, using the same way, 3 multiplied by 360 over the same denominator down. And how to multiply 3 by 360, as I said to you, also using algorithm, which is 3 times 0, 3 times 6, 3 times 3, and so on. Then 3 times 360 will be 1080 over the same denominator, also 8. And finally, yes, using long division, you have to divide 1080 by 8. Okay, how to divide this one now? As I said to you, let's use long division and make table 8 to help me when I'm dividing 1080 by 8. I think if you use long division, you can do it easily, but just to remember the steps of the long division. So 1080 divided by 8 will be, yes, exactly, will be 135. So the measure of the shown angle here will be 135. One more example. If I say it, Jake divided a circle, which is how many degrees? 360 degrees exactly, into 8 equal angles. What is the measure of each angle here? As I said to you for a long time, if I said to you find how many in each or find the measure of each angle, of course each here is a keyword for division. And he said at the beginning of the question divide. So Jake divided the circle, which is 360 degrees, into 8 equal angles. So what are you gonna do here? Just do like what did he say to me. Divide 360 by 8, which equals 45. How did I get 45? Of course, I used long division here to get 45. Some students can do mentally, of course, no problem, let's do it. But if you can't do it, let's use long division. One more question. A circle is divided into 9 equal parts. What is the angle measure of one of those parts? The same way. The circle, which is how many degrees? Yes, exactly, which is 360 degrees, is divided, means divide, into how many equal parts? Into 9 equal parts. So what are you gonna do here? Just divide 360 by 9. Okay, for this question, I think that most of you can do it mentally. Only put 0 out and divide 36 by 9, which is gonna be 4. So 360 divided by 9 is gonna be 40. Okay. One more example, guys. If I said a circle is divided into 5 equal parts, what is the angle measure of 4 parts? How can you find the angle measure of 4 parts? For solving that question, guys, there are 2 ways. The first way, he said a circle is divided into 5 parts. So what are you going to do first? Let's divide the circle into 5 parts. And how many degrees for the circle again? Yes, it's going to be 360. So what is the measure of the circle, which is 360 divided by 5? So firstly, I'll divide 360 by 5 because I said it's 5 parts. It's divided into 5 parts. So 360 divided by 5, which is going to be, yes, 72. Again, how can you get the answer? Use long division. After that, I want to get now here in this part, 72 is the angle measure of each part, of one part only. And now I want to find the angle measure of four parts. So what will I do? Yes, just multiply 4 by the angle measure of one part, which is 72. So 4 times 72, which equals 288 degrees. So what is the angle measure of four parts? Of course, will be 288 degrees. That's the first way. The other way, he said here a circle is divided into 5 parts, and I want to find the angle measure of 4 parts. Those 4 parts, guys, out of how many parts inside the circle? He said the circle is divided into 5 parts. So those 4 out of what? Out of 5. So I want to get now 4 parts out of all of the parts, which are 5 of a circle. So I'm going to write it like that. 4 over 5 times 360, because now I want to get 4 over 5, which is 4/5 of the circle. How to get it? Also, as I said to you, 4 over 5 times 360 and multiply 4 by 360 over the same denominator, which is gonna be, of course, yes, multiply 4 by 360 using algorithm, which is 4 times 0, then 4 times 6, which is 24, 4 and carry up 2, then 4 times 3, which is gonna be 12, 12 and 2 will be 14. So 4 times 360 will be 1440 over the same denominator, which is 5. And finally, what do you have to do? Of course, divide. Divide 1440 by the same denominator, 5. Of course, use long division to get the answer, which will be also 288. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much.